I'm recording now.
Mm-hmm.
I see the light.
So welcome to Apericena with Alex and Stefano. This is a little video series we're starting where we drink some of our favorite wines from throughout Italy. We've got an incredible Italian portfolio at Wine Merchants, and while there are a lot of different grapes and a lot of different regions, the more we talk about them, the easier it is going to be for us to sell. So today we're going to start by talking about Campania in southern Italy, home most famously to Mount Vesuvius and Naples, and behind me, the Amalfi Coast. Stefano, you've been there. You want to tell us a little bit about the area?
Oh yeah, I've been there, and we got our boss that is actually from that area, so he should have been here. He's just too busy to. And
that's too bad.
Campania is a beautiful area. Campania is an area that is really back in, it's dated back to the Roman time. That was the area where the Roman used to make wine, and so that's the wine that we're talking today. That would be Aglianico. It's actually one of the oldest grape in Italy. The family of Terradora, that's, if you don't know the family of Terradora, you better change work, because we have it for a while and it's a fantastic producer, and it's one of our most important winery. And Daniela Masso Berardino been with us a couple of times, so it's important that we represent this winery really well. Alex is kind of shading the bottle in between the Amalfi Coast and Minneapolis, and so it's kind of a nice using this technology.
What about Terradora di Paolo makes it so famous? Why should we know?
Well, first of all, they are the biggest winery in the South Italy. They have more than almost 500 hectares or acres. I always get that confused.
See, but it's 500 acres, but that's not that big, because if you think about it, I actually looked this up. Joe Montana, quarterback for the 49ers, he has an estate in the Napa Valley that's 500 acres. So Joe Montana's
you talk in America, you talking in Campania.
I know, but you're making it sound like these guys are that big, and in reality, they're
you have to think one thing. Small. In Italy, everything's this small that it doesn't compare. 500 acre in Italy is a huge winery, and and they are one of the biggest. So it's really important. Aglianico is actually Taurasi. So Taurasi is the elevation of the Aglianico. It's like a Nebbiolo elevated to Barolo. So
right. So Taurasi is the DOCG or one of the DOCGs of Campania, correct?
Yeah, one of the most important. Mastro Berardino, the founder of Terradora, one of the two brothers of Mastro Berardino that split in the 90s. So Terradora is the newest winery that came out, but with the oldest vine. And that's why they have some of the best wine that you can get. And this is a beautiful rosé of Aglianico. Something that it goes quick, gets a little color. You can see here is salmon, very light. And actually, Paolo, he said that the consortium would not approve the rosé because of the color.
Okay.
Because it wasn't the color that they think that a rosé should be. So there is a lot of intake, and I had a message from Paolo Mastro Berardino once that it took me 2 hours to read it, because he's so anal and precise. So he explained me how to make the rosé. Then I didn't ask any more questions, because it would take me days to read.
We should have him on our winemaker series. Chew up a lot of time.
If he would speak any English, yes.
So when it comes to Aglianico, what kind of food are you putting with a wine like this? I think it works really well with a lot of foods that we eat as Americans, but I just want to get your opinion.
Well, you have the red in there, right? And
Yeah, I do.
One
Yeah.
thing I always tell people that when I think Aglianico or I think Campania, I said, get a pizza. Pizza Aglianico is perfect. And actually, the Aglianico from Terradora is very soft. It's not really that aggressive on tannin. The tannin are very elegant. So they help mitigate the cheeses and the sauce and the crust with the pizza, because it's not really the tannin that wants the protein. So it's really important that you can get a Aglianico is very more aggressive, like the Taurasi, for example. But in this case, this Aglianico is really a nice and easier to drink.
And that's what I was gonna talk about too, is like lamb and game and richer, heavier meats with something like Terrazzi can be really nice. Something else that's pretty cool about Aglianico that I've been reading is how well positioned it is as a grape varietal for something like global warming. Talking to our friends at Pine Ridge, they're experimenting with different grape varieties around the world, and I would be willing to bet that Aglianico is one of those grape varieties because it's a very late ripening grape like Cabernet. But I think that this grape variety is something that like Tempranillo, like some of the ports, Touriga Nacional, Tinto Roriz, those grape varieties that grow really well in super hot European climates are coming to California as the Napa Valley warms up every year.
That's why the Primitivo is really, really good in there. It's really one of the varieties that it got the best expression in California, the Zinfandel.
Right.
Again, Terradora is one of the most important producer that we work with, so it's a good opening to this first time.
Thanks for joining us, Wine Merchants team, on our first episode of Apericena. Hope to join you soon with talking about some of the wines from Tornatore, just south of Campania and the island of Sicily. That'll be our episode next week, and hope to move north from there. So, see you soon.
See you guys. So, we spend a lot of time in home, and then I'm getting exercising. So I don't have any weight. So this is kind of my workout. But so you just have to keep going, repeat. You can do 2. You get home, you go like this. So that's a good exercise for home.